Hello and welcome to Modern Broadcast. It's Thursday. Well, the day this video comes out is Thursday. Today's actually Christmas. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to you and yours this holiday season. Hopefully everyone is safe out there and having a very nice holiday. We got through it. That's staying in. Anyways, it is time for responding to comments. This isn't a Q&A. This is responding to comments. Sometimes we get questions on here and I'll do my best to answer them to the best that I can. Just mind that I have no idea what I'm doing half the time and I just kind of work through it pretty much live on camera. Well, as I'm recording it, I'm still working through whatever we're doing. Anyways, let's go ahead, let's get started here and get with the questions. So here we have Game Fever _10 on the arcade cabinet modification video. That didn't go well at all, and I think pretty much everyone that has commented on that video hates that video. And I get it. I understand the arcade cabinet was already modified and messed up when I made it worse. I acknowledge that. I know that we should do another video making do with what we got, right? Like maybe we should put a CRT TV in there, like build a shelf or something so it's a little bit maybe appeases you. I don't know. But Game Fever _10 says just today facepalm. I know I did wrong. That video, I'm either gonna take that down or we'll leave it up just because it keeps getting so much hate. But we'll make do. You know, when life gives you lemons, you toss them out because who wants lemonade anyways? Moving on. We have Eliza guys, your names, okay? I have no idea. Eliza 6330, I think is how it's pronounced. If I butchered that, I'm sorry. But that's how I'm gonna say it. On the travel router video, a bunch of line emoji and says line takes like number 78. I think we're talking about comment-wise. Congrats. Okay, Afto YouTube on the Epic 21 game unboxing video from Video Games Monthly says, I think it was Pixel Gun 3D along with Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. We're talking 360, I think, era, right? Very nice. So that's the enter in the giveaway is to comment what game got you into gaming. What's it mean to you? I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that's what it was. Give that video a watch. It will be right up here. Yeah, look at that. Right there on that little card. Desra 340 on the Retro Pocket Mini, which I love this handheld. It's right here, actually, even on my desk. It's upside down, but right here. Amazing. There are very few nitpicky things that I have with this device. I've been using it for about 336 hours. That's about 2 weeks straight. And this is the only handheld that I would play on for about 2 weeks. I'm planning on making a video here soon on my thoughts on it. I just want to kind of add a little bit of space because we just had the Retro Pocket Mini video come out. And then next thing I go is, oh, I spent 2 weeks with it. It might seem a little weird, but that video I've actually recorded that a while ago. And then as I said in that video, we haven't had the Retro Pocket 5. Well, here it is. Spoilers. Anyways, so I'm going to be making a video soon about kind of my actual thoughts of just using the Mini for all this time. So it would have been good if you showed a little more games on it. Maybe you'll do that in a review of the device. Yes, I will. Look at that. I'm answering the question without reading the question. Perfect. Yes, that's exactly what I'm planning on doing, is showcasing more games on it. In the unboxing video, it was just very quick, very like, boom, boom, here it is. This is the first boot. I think I showed like maybe 3 seconds of Dragon Force, where I was like, welcome to the land of Elantra. Wow, that played really good, guys. So yes, I do plan on doing a full dive in on that. So Diamond Dorm 9920 on the Flipper Zero tutorial of using bad USB says, can I use the Flipper Zero to unlock my iPhone? I know my password. I just can't type it in because the screen is blocked by switch control. I don't know what that is. You know how when you connect USB-C or connect any external device to the iPhone, you need to unlock in order to use the external device. Can the Flipper Zero be used just to help me enter the password? This sounds pretty sketchy. I don't know. Switch control, are we talking like parent controls here? I don't know what switch control is. I would have to look into it. I think a lot of people think like I know a lot of tech stuff and I know a lot about the Flipper Zero, and I don't. I really don't. I learn something and I go, oh, that's neat, and I make a video on it. That's pretty much it. That would be interesting. I would like to make a video on that and see if that's something that's plausible. I do have an iPhone myself, so give that a shot and see what comes of it. Jeremy on the unboxing the Retroid Pocket Mini says, just bought one myself. It requires some workarounds, but I managed to get Breath of the Wild and Link's Awakening for the Switch working full speed. Absolutely insane for that form factor. I also got Switch working on my Mini, and I couldn't believe it. It shouldn't have this capability at all. So, and that's going to be showcased. I actually did do some filming and some recording of that work, and so you'll see that in a future video. But again, I have very, very small nitpicky things about the Retroid Pocket Mini, and I gotta say Retroid Pocket is coming a long way from where they were. You know, my last Retroid Pocket that I like actually played with was the Retroid Pocket 2, and hated that thing. It was uncomfortable, it was cheap feeling in my opinion, but they've really stepped up their game as they've gone. And the Retroid Pocket 3, I did end up picking one of those up, but I never really got a chance to play with it. And now we have the Mini and the 5, which honestly right now, and in my opinion, they are kind of the handhelds of 2024 that you should be buying. And curious where we go from here. Zach the Human 1720 on the Video Games Monthly box says, fun box. I've got to say the video game that really got me immersed in the world of gaming and got me hooked was Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. This game is evergreen and would look outstanding if it came out today. It's as perfect of a 2D platformer as you could ever get. The characters, level design, art style variety, and music make it a clear 10 out of 10 for me, and established platformers as my all-time favorite genre, which also got me introduced to my all-time favorite series, Donkey Kong Country. Whoo, Zach, thank you so much for the detailed comment. That is amazing. I also really enjoy the Super Nintendo with the Super Mario World. My aunt and I would play that a lot when I was growing up. We also had Donkey Kong Country 3. We didn't have the other two, but we had 3. And that kind of became like a little family thing that we would try to do, who can get furthest. And, fighting in Donkey Kong Country 3 where the first boss, I think, is like this big spider thing. I was really bad, but I got there eventually. But yeah, we would take turns on Super Mario World. I would always lose Yoshi and sacrifice him to the pits down below. And it was much later that we realized that Mario's punching Yoshi in the back of the head. Good guy, Mario. That Gamer Guy 1982 says, I got the RG556 and I'm going to try this out. Thanks a lot for the tip here. So the Dig emulator, front end emulator, it's pretty good. It is buggy, but I think the developers are still actively working on it and come out with routine updates. And I think it's going to be, if there's an issue, try it again, then it works. If there's not, it's one of those things that like you can do the same 3 steps 8 times and 2 of those times it's not going to work, but the other times it will. That was my experience with Dig. I actually use Daijo now. Is that Daijo, right? Come here, you. I think Daijo. Yeah, I actually used Daijo now. I think it's a better system and it's a lot cleaner. So best of luck with Dig, and congrats on your RG556. I hope you enjoy that device. DTW0 on the Retroid Pocket Mini video says, great unboxing / overview. Trying to save up, but I think this will be the device / color I get entering the new year. Have a happy holiday. P.S. Also was able to grab River City Girls. I thought it was just gibberish at first. Cool, sneaky little insert. Thanks. Ooh, congratulations. I'm so glad that worked out. And we did a little explanation video at the end of the Travel Router video for those that are interested. But we have our handy dandy, I'm going to just announce it here because I don't know who all watches these videos or not. Hidden within a lot of my videos, not all of them, and this is more recent, I would say within the last 2-3 weeks. Hidden within my videos, you might see this little guy. So this we have deemed as Dot Neko. He is a mischievous little cat, a little glitch. and he gives away Steam games. So if you happen to see his little messages pop up on screen somewhere, try to redeem the Steam game. It is first come, first serve. In Steam, at the bottom, it says activate a product, and then it gives you 3 options. Then you want to activate a product on Steam, paste in the code that you find or type it in, and then hit redeem, and there's your free Steam game. So just something a little extra I thought I'd throw in. It's at random intervals. All the gaming content has it. So every Tuesday's video has .NECO for sure. And then I think kind of maybe every Sunday video will also have it kind of show up as well. So yeah, if you're interested in that type of stuff and you're interested in gaming and whatnot, I just thought it was something cool to do. Fakey01, I know that's wrong. I'm sorry. That's just how I'm gonna say it. On the exploring the $40 game stick, says that they are happy with their purchase. That's awesome. I'm glad. That device is very much hit and miss. I have also recorded, I keep promising, I have recorded video content. I have not posted it yet or edited it yet, but that is on my docket this week, is showcasing what games are on that device and everything like that. So the list is extensive. So in showcasing like how, I haven't recorded yet how to get more games on there. I think I can get that done. I think I can do that. I'm trying to save that for last for the recording, because some commenters have said that adding their own ROMs bricked the device and then it was broken and it didn't work. So I want to save that for last. So if that does happen, at least we have all the other footage. So, but we are doing a showcase on what all comes on it and then whatnot. So does it have this game? Does it, what games does it have? So I think also maybe we'll post it like a game list. That's going to be a nightmare to type, but we'll post on, I just thought of a way to do that and cheat. Okay. We'll post what games are on that device. We'll post on the website, modernbroadcast.tv. So that way, if you're curious, did it come with this game? I can refer you to that link and you can take a look and see what's there. We'll post it. Oblivion 1 on the Epic 21 game unboxing from Video Games Monthly that I picked up says here that there are so many games. They didn't say games. I should probably just read the comment as is. There are so many to choose from that I think have influenced my love of gaming. But the first 2 I can vividly remember playing were Centipede for my dad's Atari 2600 and fighting with my brother over whose turn it was to play. Relatable. And Mega Man for DOS. I didn't know Mega Man came out for DOS. I actually read this comment when it first came in 3 days ago. And I read Mega Man for DOS and I was like, that like blew my mind for whatever reason. Like I thought Mega Man was just like, I know it's made by Capcom, but I always associate Mega Man with Nintendo. I know Mega Man's been another
bad word.
So that's awesome. I definitely could relate. I have that with my own brother. I do have a brother, and when we were younger, we would take turns and sometimes not take turns. Marley Adamson on the Flipper Zero Wi-Fi Marauder video says, "Does this work on a phone? If it doesn't, could you maybe provide a video on how to do this? Thanks." I think what we're asking here is, does it deauth your phone from like when you get it up and running? I think is the comment here. That, or you're asking me if you can plug the Wi-Fi dev board into a phone, and no, you can't. But the as far as it deauthorizing a phone from the Wi-Fi, I think yes. I think there is a way to do it. It doesn't necessarily work out of the box the way it is, and because it works on the 2.4 gigahertz network frequency, and most homes are now running 5 gigahertz, or you got Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 5, stuff like that. It's a bit newer, which is not making this obsolete, but it's making it dated. So I know running the Wi-Fi Marauder on my phone, it wouldn't work if I was connected to the 5 gigahertz. When I made that video, it only worked if I connected it on the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So again, is there a way to make it happen and make it do it? Yeah, I'm sure there is. Do I have the technical know-how to make that happen? No, I don't think so. But I would be willing to try to figure it out or look into it. Here we have a comment from Wise Ruler, actually on the GameStick Lite. As how does it play? It's okay. It feels cheap. It is cheap, but it responded when I was playing. But again, it's a hit and miss device. So if you buy one, it could work or it could not. There didn't really seem to be a ton of latency, or really any that I noticed while playing it. But we're going to be doing a whole gameplay video and, kind of going through all of that. I'll probably release it on Tuesday next week. We have another gaming video coming out next Tuesday, but I'll probably release this in conjunction with it. So that way they're together and that gives me some time to do some editing and add my own files as people are asking how to do that, but it's breaking their device. So I'm either going to break mine or it's going to work out. Prince of Demechia on the GameStick Yay or Nay video says, what games do you recommend? How do you categorize the game as a favorite? And also, right after posting that comment, posted, never mind, I figured out how to favorite the game. So again, next Tuesday, I'm going to come out with a video that's going to showcase this. I'm going to try to go through everything out of that device, and then I'm actually going to sell it and get rid of it. I have no use for it. So my goal is to make every video I can out of it real quick, and then I'll sell it on the modernbroadcast.tv website for those that are interested in picking it up. It will come with a couple of extras, we might throw in some stickers in there, what have you, and we'll sell it like $20, but you gotta pay shipping. I'm sorry. That's the way it's got to be. But yeah, we'll just make this. We'll get this all done. We'll get it done by Tuesday. We'll have the listing go up this weekend of it being on sale on the website, unless it's already up. I might have already done that. So here's a video that most of you probably don't know about, is that I'm clearing shelf, and I'm trying to clear out a lot of these handhelds that I have because the shelf is getting stocked. It's just overflowing. My whole workspace, like you can't tell behind me, it looks somewhat organized a little bit. I got some dog toys. Dog toys over there and whatnot, but over here right off camera is just, it's a mess. There's handhelds, there's cables, there's games, there's stuff that I've reviewed on the channel and whatnot, and so I'm trying to declutter all that. So I actually made a private sale video that's unlisted, and I'm gonna have it go live now since I'm talking about it. But this is the massive handheld gaming sale, unbeatable deals on retro and modern devices. I used AI to generate that title because I didn't know what to call it. I was just gonna call it like Modern's Hidden Sale or something, but whatever. Anyways, so our good friend Saramaru, we posted it on our Discord. We posted it in some social media that we were doing it. So like the news got out there, but I didn't really want it like listed live on the channel. Everything in there, I mean, I'm selling for a loss just so that way we can get rid of it. We can make more room for 2025 stuff and get things going. So our good friend Saramaru says, whoa, excellent prices. Is that analog pocket called for? Dark Death Rider TV on the last actual responding to comments video says, thank you so much for the shout out and for responding to my comment. It is so much fun to find a great community of like-minded individuals who love games and share the love to one another. That's awesome. Yeah, no, thank you for being here. Seriously. And I know every YouTuber says that, and it seems like such a cliche, like I couldn't do this without you and all that, BS, but it's honestly true. There wouldn't be a modern broadcast if people weren't tuning in. There wouldn't be this channel. I wouldn't keep uploading. I'd be like, what's the point? So yeah, I agree. Let's build a great community. I want to get more involved with the Discord. I want to, make things enjoyable for everyone that tunes in, and let's make it happen. Saif 1427 on the GameStick video says, can anyone tell me while playing one game how to go back and select another game to play a different game? And then actually had a comment beneath it that answered that, just push start and select. At the same time, that's how you go back to the main menu to get new games. I'm not sure how this one is pronounced. I don't know where the punctuation is, so I'm just gonna wing it. But fuck you, G Plus, on the travel router video does make a good point in here, and that is, come on, use encrypted connection if you log into your bank info. If your bank ain't encrypted, bad word, off from that bank ASAP. You could get token ID robbed, but we are talking shit apps. The real danger is to get DNS routed or man-in-the-middle attack. There are things that I do know, and there are things that I don't know enough. And so it's pretty limited, full disclosure. But that is kind of the danger that I see in it, is man in the middle. And other people have commented that, on I think on the TikTok when I was posting it, and they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, kind of, a little bit. So I don't have any background in cybersecurity. I don't have any degree in that whatsoever, but I do find it interesting, and I do spend a lot of time reading or looking up things or learning things that have tech involved. So, and then I share it with you guys. Franco6127 on the travel router says, cool video. Thanks for the info. The points about devices essentially being pre-configured for the travel router at any point basically sold it for me. Also, and I don't think you covered it, but I may have missed it. I am pretty sure you can either tether a mobile device via USB cable and broadcast that cellular internet connection to other devices. Perfect for a road trip with the kids and tablets, music players, etc. Yes, that is true. On travel router, you can tether the connection via the USB 3.0 and then use your phone's internet to then broadcast out. Most phones have that hotspot anyways, if that is something of interest, but sometimes cellular providers charge an upcharge for that. Some don't. So really that kind of just depends on your specific case scenario. But yeah, you can. And it is great for road trips too. 121 on the travel router. And a lot of these are going to be the travel router. I was actually surprised at how much that video blew up. I thought like, it might get 100, some views, but it really gained a lot of interest. So we might have to make more of that type of stuff and kind of play with it. So, but Sakatsu says, what do you do if the network has a sign up page or something before you have internet access? So I did run into this, and I do plan on making that video showcasing how I got it set up while on scene at the sounds like a cop. I do plan on making a video showcasing, because I recorded the whole setup process on my tablet when we were in the hotel. It was plugged in. It didn't have internet connection because we had to signing into the hotel Wi-Fi and getting it all connected from scratch. Actually, in practice, where we're at, the whole shebang, the whole setup. So, I do want to make that video. I do want to actually edit all that footage that I recorded and then get that posted here on a Sunday. So we should probably do that soon, I think. J Tiger 102 again on the router video says cruise ships use may start to become a thing of the past. Royal Caribbean just banned travel routers. I have not found a hotel with an active Ethernet port in the past 2 to 3 years. Wisp can still work though, provided you can get the router to connect properly. There have been a couple of occasions where the captive portal would not allow the router to connect. IT support from the hotel was clueless. That's interesting to hear. The Royal Caribbean thing, yeah, they haven't made an official announcement on it, but it is on their list of banned items. Like you can't take drugs, you can't take guns, and you can't take network communication devices such as travel routers. They did ban it, and they end up making a statement a little bit later, or it might have been like a Twitter post or something, but basically saying, well, if you have the internet package, you don't want to buy 8 packages or 4 packages, then just disconnect your one and then sign in on another device, and then that'll be your one. So basically, they banned them because it is a money thing. Doing this does take money away from Royal Caribbean or all the cruise lines. And I don't know if like Carnival or the Alaskan cruise or, the other cruise lines, I don't know if they've also listed now network communication devices or not, but we are in an era where we're starting to see that be listed under ban. So if you do happen to go on a cruise ship and you take it with you, just be mindful that they might confiscate it and not let you bring it aboard. Chad here says, if you have access to an Ethernet port, then yeah, this is a great option and I totally recommend. Too bad most hotels and stuff use APs, so not necessarily useful in that case. That is a fair point. There is, when using it as a repeater, you can run into slow internet connections depending on where your room is and where the hotel Wi-Fi is. For me, it's still, again, I know I just said this, it's still going to be useful. I have to connect one device and then all my devices are connected. And I don't have to manually type in a bunch of FUFA, what room I'm in and all that type of stuff. I don't have to do that for my phone, my tablet, my laptop, my Switch, if I have a gaming handheld with me, I don't have to do it for that. Most times when I'm on vacation, I actually shut off my phone and my phone doesn't work a lot of the times anyways. Due to my job, my phone is on 24/7, and when I'm on vacation, nope, that's off. So yeah, that's just something, you're gonna have to gauge for yourself if it's worth it, if it's not, if it's time saving, whatever. You just have to gauge for yourself if it's worth it or not. Oh boy. Fyodor Grieve, oh man, I'm not even going to do a second take on that. I'm just going to leave that as it is. On the travel router video says, while I love the concept of such a project, I feel like there's a bit of fear mongering in your video. As far as I understand, generally people on public or private networks, in fact, can't see your traffic when you use HTTPS websites, and almost all websites are HTTPS nowadays. This actually has some comments, maybe some people that know more than I do, but Stealth 210 responds to that with, yes, agree. While I like the idea of travel router preset up to connect my home VPN, modern traffic is all TLS 1.2/3. They can see what domains IPs you are connecting to, but the actual data payload is already encrypted. It's not like there is a whole lot of plain text traffic anymore on the network, like there would have been even 10 years ago. So that's interesting. Another reply, even going to that one, is being able to see the domain/IP is a risk in itself. It didn't matter what the data payload is, simply visiting a particular site is enough to get the hammer falling. Could be. It really depends. So it kind of got a little discussion happening here, which is pretty cool to see. But I actually have to go and stop this video for now. But I'm going to continue picking up recording tonight after I get home from the holiday festivities. And we'll get this finished, edited, and queued up for release tomorrow. So stay tuned. That's why you're going to see a shift probably, because right now it's daylight. And it won't be when I get back. So. Okay. And we are back. It is now almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And when we took that intermission, that was at like 2:30 in the afternoon. So I've been gone a while. Let's get this finished up here and continue back with these comments. And as we see, we have a sleepy boy hiding out right back there. He had a good time at the party as well. He was playing with Harley, who is his cousin, I guess. Yeah, a lot of fun. So back to these comments here is HKM 1701 on the travel router video says, I love my Burial X. I travel to MX often. Always bring it with me. And also that these are now banned on cruises. So yes, I did not realize that. They kind of slipped that in there, that they are now no longer allowed on board under network communication devices, at least for Royal Caribbean. Oh my gosh, Royal Caribbean. I don't know about the other cruise lines, if that also is the case. I would imagine so. Basically, you're interfering with their income, you're messing with money, and as soon as you do that, people tend to not like that. Farcord responded to that comment as well as, oh, I thought it would be useful for that reason. Same. Barsley00 on the travel router video says, is it ATX or AXT? I do notice that I guess I'm slightly dyslexic because I rewatched it and I said it another, but then I flipped it and then I typed it correct one way and said it the other way. So it is AXT 1800 is what I have, and it's actually right here on my desk still from recording that video. So this is the AXT. Oh, what got on that? There's nothing over there. Anyways, this is the AXT 1800. I'm just going to leave it at LZ. I'm too tired. Like I said, it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. And this comes out in just a few hours. I still have to do all the editing, which doesn't look like a lot goes into this, but a lot goes into this. On the travel router video says, side note, I wanted to make my own little open WRT modem router with a data radio and a SIM card to Wi-Fi. I know those exist already, but they're so limited and can only offer so much. I figured I could set up a VPN on it that compresses data to my endpoint at home, which decompresses it. Not only is this great for data saving, but it offers the protection of encryption, so it's a double win. It can be put into a variety of cases too, so you could take a compute module 4.5 and make it look like a portable battery in case cruise ships wanted to get smart or something. With OpenWRT, even if it doesn't get data, you still configure it to connect to an open network and keep it on the WAN side of the firewall. You know way more than I do. That comment, if I took time to carefully unpack it and maybe look up a couple things like what a 4.5 is or what OpenWRT is. I might comprehend it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if you can make a travel router that connects to your house and it's secure and you're not worried about that getting, attacked and compromised, then more power to you. I think that'd be great. Real Sunny Sullivan on the GameStick video says, what emulator can I use to play on my phone? I don't know what kind of phone you have. RetroArch is on both iPhone and Android, so I'd recommend that, but there's a lot of configuration to that. If you're on Android devices and you want something that's just kind of clean, simple, and easy peasy wheezy to do, you could do RetroX if you're on the Android side of things, as that will configure everything for you, but it is a paid thing, either a subscription service or they did have lifetime licenses. But that was like $70, but a one-time purchase, I think. So if that's in the wheelhouse, but I'm not entirely sure what phone you have, and that kind of matters on what kind of emulators you are able to get and what you can get set up on your device. DSB 542 on a short of the Retron Square device says, do you know the updates about those? I think we're talking about the firmware updates. Most Retron stuff does get firmware updates from time to time, and then they kind of just stop after X amount of time. But I have not updated the firmware. I honestly have not used that device since I did the review and the unboxing. I had an idea for it and it didn't pan out. I kind of worked it out in my head that it wouldn't work. So I decided to just scrap it and basically do the unboxing. But right before I did that, I got sick. And I couldn't actually record it. I was too sick to wasn't going well. Anyways, so when I started feeling better, I finished the unboxing video and left it as such. Now it's just sitting in its box in the other room. And I think I even posted it on sale on moddedbroadcast.tv for I think like $40. And it's like an $80 thing. So it's 50% off if you're interested in. And you'll get it shipped directly from me. And I'll throw in some stickers and maybe a little bit of a couple other extras that I have around and ship it out to you. So if that's of interest, let me know. Also, DSB 542 on the Retron Square actual video says, hey man, I'm thinking about buying one of these. Does it display the OG display ratio? I also hear when you save your game, it'll only save the file on the console instead of the cartridge. That is a great question. Again, I only did the unboxing. I could test this tomorrow and then update my comment and let you know. I had a Retron 5 back in the day, and it did save to the cartridge. It would save to the microSD card, but then upload that to the cartridge. So I'm assuming there's something similar happening here. I don't know why they would go backwards on that and then just save it to the console. That doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. Now, I'm not saying that's not the case, but moving on. Dr. Ngayan, oh boy, you know what? That's just not gonna happen. I'm just gonna call you Doctor. Doctor says, so Doctor asks on the GameStick Lite video is, what is the mode button used for? Hi, Mocha. You want to say hello? The mode button used for, and when the mode light blinks, what does it mean? Thanks. So I am actually doing a full in-depth video of this GameStick. There's getting enough comments on there that you guys are interested. You want to know what more about it. All I can say is that the stick is very cheap. If you buy one, it either works or it doesn't work. So be prepared to make a return. Everyone's mileage is going to vary with this stick. So some people have great experience and some people have terrible experience with it. But I do plan on, I've already recorded a lot of footage. We'll get to that comment, and I'll post it in that video, and I'll make sure to tag you in it in a comment section of that video, so that way you can kind of see, and we'll cover it in that video. Lastly, we have been way too long on YouTube. It says, how do I join a second player? For the life of me, I cannot figure it out. I don't know. I didn't test that actually. So that is something that I'm going to add to my testing in recording that video. There's a few remaining things that I need to record and test out with that GameStick video, and before we start editing and getting that processed. When I do that, I will also record a segment of playing Player 2, and we'll do like a Mrs. Broadcast plays, and we'll do a little segment on it showing how to add a second player. My thoughts is that it's supposed to work just by turning on the controller, and it should automatically connect because that's how it works for Player 1, but Again, your mileage is going to vary with this device. I know it's very cheaply made, and I know the quality control is not there at all. It's non-existent. And that does it. We did it. That's 2 weeks worth. I know I got to get better. There's a lot of things I'm working on in the background. It's just been a lot of chaos lately, especially it's end of year and whatnot. Happy holidays to you, and I hope you all have a great new year. Let's have some fun on the channel. Let's make 2025 even better. I got cat hair on my nose. It is tickling me. I like this. I like having this kind of openness between you and me. And a lot of your questions I don't know. I'm sorry, but I'm hoping to learn. It was a long outro. Take it easy, everyone. Take care.